Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to do the top 10 actors of 2024. Now, this is not performances. That is a separate video I'm going to make. Pretty much, these are the actors who had the most quantity of good performances, made the biggest impact, all of that stuff, yada, yada, yada. Oh, you want an example? You want an example so bad? Okay, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant had two really good performances this year in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and in Abigail. This is a guy who I haven't really, seen that much. I only really remember him as Blob from X-Men Origins. I know, strange, but he jumped on the scene this year with two banger performances in two banger movies. I really enjoyed him, and it's a guy where I'm like, dude, we got to see this guy more often. Like, this guy's super talented. He does dramatic acting well in Planet of the Apes, and he plays comedy really well, a skill that you don't always see in actors. Hell yeah, dude, let's cherish this. Let's see it more. From there, I have number 9, Mikey Madison. Mikey Madison, I know what you're thinking. Number 9, she had one of the best performances of the year. 100% she did. But like I said, you get more points for more performances. Mikey Madison really only had Honora, which again, nope, no shame in her for it. That's just the way it works. This is someone who I've seen around here and there, mainly in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and in Scream, like a lot of people have. But this year, she just jumped on the scene, dude. I feel like I'm seeing her everywhere now. In Honora, she's so good. Just like Kevin Durant, like I said, the comedic acting, it's there. The dramatic acting, it's there. This movie put so much on her shoulders in the performance front, and she delivers. Hell yeah. Can't wait to see where she goes in the future. Up next, number 8, I have Lily Rose Depp. Again, I know what you're saying. Oh, performance. Just remember the rules of this video, okay? Unfortunately, she was in the show The Idol, which I hear is not great. I haven't seen it because, well, I hear it's not great. But in Nosferatu, she's a freaking crazy person when it comes to acting. When it comes to acting, she's the Joker. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. She goes so insane in this movie. It's sad. It's like haunting, but it's, she feels a little something for Nosferatu. She kind of wants him, but she kind of doesn't. I feel like that's a good way to just describe that movie. Oh man, there's so many crazy scenes of her being like possessed and things like that. So many scenes where you feel sad for her, where you feel like you're rooting for her because she's doing this big mission to take down this evil. Hell yeah, she's so good in this movie. From there, we have Margaret Qualley, who had not one, but 2 really good performances. Have you seen that clip of her on like Jimmy Fallon? And she's like, anyone see Drive-Away Dolls? And no one says a word. I saw Drive-Away Dolls and I enjoyed it a lot. Like, it's a good movie. I'm a little bummed out this movie didn't get more attention. She's really funny in this movie, but there is some more dramatic parts too that give her some space to, do her thing. But speaking about doing her thing, The Substance. Holy crap. Her and Demi Moore are both sensational in this movie. More of a villain role for her, which I feel like I haven't seen a ton of, but she does it all so well. She plays that anger, that, what's it called when you want something that, her like craving of attention and love and all that stuff. She plays that opposite of Demi Moore really well, that inverse of that character. It's great. These two, like I said, go sicko in this movie. It's great stuff. Now we're down to 6. I'm going Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård, don't get me wrong. Nosferatu, one of the best performances of the year. I'm starting all these videos like that. I give him a little more credit because, like I said, I really like this character, but also he does a underrated job in Boy Kills World. That's right, I saw that one too. There's a song called like Hammer and Strings in that movie. Hell yes, dude, that song slaps. But this movie also requires a lot of facial and expression and just voiceless acting because he doesn't say a word in this film. That's a tall task. That's a difficult task. And I think that that's why, he gets there. Also, everyone else higher on this list has 2 performances. Their second performance, most of them are all better than the Boy Kills World one, but Nosferatu, one of my favorites of the year. Speaking of underrated performances, Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime, a perfect way to play a younger version of this character who transforms into that leader of the Cybertron. Really good stuff. I like him there, but the big one, obviously, that we have to talk about is Furiosa. In Furiosa, this guy cements himself as like, this is his big, I'm more than Marvel game. A lot of actors have to have that moment where it's like, look what I can do. I'm not just this person. I'm not just, Thor, whoever else, Iron Man, blah, 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 blah. RDJ had that last year. This is his moment to shine. And as Dementus, He's so good. He's funny, he's dramatic. He does so much in this role. It asks a ton of him, and he's by far the standout of this movie. He just devours. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Every scene he's in, terrific. Terrific. I gotta go watch some scenes after this. He's so good. Now we're in the Final Four. Classic Final Four time. The Final Four, this guy, it's a rare situation because he has not one, not two, but three good performances this year. Good, more or less. It's, of course, Dan Stevens. The more or less performance I'm talking about is Kong vs. Godzilla, in which he plays Trapper. He's like a dentist, but for King Kong. That one's, it's not a bad performance. It's the least memorable, but only because his other two slap. In Abigail, he's funny, he's scary also, especially in that end as a vampire himself. It's a really good role. It's one of those roles where I'm like, damn, dude, this guy's great. Let's get this guy in front of a crowd. But then he says, I'm not done. I'm not done. I got one more in me. And he gives us Cuckoo, where he plays another villain who's so scary, so intimidating, so mysterious, and he plays that so well. It's a villain role also like in Abigail, but they feel completely different. The vibes are way different, and he doesn't feel out of place in either movie. He just fits so seamlessly into the aesthetics and the atmosphere of both those movies, the whole tone that they're going for. It's sensational. A 3-movie run this year where I was like, hell yeah, dude, this guy's going crazy. In fact, I made a video about it already, and I had to highlight it here. Time for the final 3. The big 3. Number 3, honestly, these 3 and 2, really difficult, super difficult. I'm gonna go with Zendaya. Obviously, 2 fire performances. I'm talking about Dune, I'm talking about Challenger. She goes so crazy in both of these movies. Dune 1 sets her up, and it's like, let's just wait. Just wait. Wait till Dune 2. Wait till Dune 2. I waited for Dune 2. She was phenomenal. The emotions that she feels, you know, with Paul and his whole situation going on, it's heartbreaking. It's genuinely heartbreaking, and she portrays that really well. But then Challengers, the even better performance of the year for her. I think she gives like every emotion possible in this movie. The anger, the betrayal, the hurt, the selfishness. Again, a rare villain turn for her, and it's awesome because she is the villain of this movie. Let's make that clear. I think she's great. She's so memorable. This movie slaps. It's one of my favorites of the year. My number 2 one, though, this one might sneak up on you a bit. You might be like, that guy? I'm going with Nicholas Hoult. Nicholas Hoult, Juror number 2. Did you see it? Probably not. It's a good movie. A lot of theaters didn't show it for some reason because the industry doesn't like Clint Eastwood or something like that, but it's a really good movie. I recommend it. He's super good in this. He plays a juror who walks up to jury duty. Hey guys, I'm here to be oh crap, he didn't kill this person, I killed this person, and I'm on the jury now. That's awkward. But even better, everyone comes back to Nosferatu this year. He's so good, Nosferatu. He's, honestly, dude, he's a good guy. He's just a chill guy. The love he plays and he feels in this movie is sensational, as well as the fear and everything like that. Don't get me wrong, Bill Skarsgård is doing a lot of work in establishing the tone and the fear of Count Orlok, but also in these intro scenes of him in the castle, Nicholas Hoult's character, Thomas, just as important in those interactions in making Count Orlok as scary as he is, and he does a phenomenal job. Number 1, though, for the year, it's Timmy. I don't know why I'm sighing. Like, I like Timmy. I got no problem with the guy. This guy has 2 slapper of performances. I can't even tell which one's better. In Dune 2 as Paul, he's so good. It's everything that we wanted to see in Dune 1. Him rising to the power. Him kind of having this, darker turn of like, Lisan al-Gaib. Maybe he's not that good of a guy. Maybe he is a good guy, but he's just, not a good guy. He's not doing good things right now. Watching that turn and that transformation from the Paul we see in Dune 1 is sensational, but then the guy just whips out Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan, this movie is not as good as Dune 2 in my opinion, but the performance is awesome. You go to watch this movie for this performance. It's the thing that brings the whole entire movie together, this portrayal of Bob Dylan, a character who's so important to this movie. Obviously, he's in like every single scene of the movie, and he does a great job portraying this character, singing the songs, everything like that, portraying the complexities of the guy that makes you think about it after the movie. I know it's not just him, it's in due part to the directing, the writing, everything like that, all the other characters, but you think about this guy as a character, as a person, and like I said, the complexities, the duality of that coin, of this famous person. Super interesting. Anyways, that's the video. Hit subscribe. I'm gonna make a top 10 performances of the year video later. Just one list. I'm not separating them. This isn't football or track or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Hit subscribe.